Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2018 Infiniti Q50 Sport all-wheel drive that we have for sale. We acquired this off lease from Infiniti Financial Services. It's a one-owner clean Carfax vehicle. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. If you're in the market for a Q50, 2018 is a great year because it got its first major revision. The Q50 was a brand new model for 2014, so they made some small changes, but for 2018 it got its first major facelift, restyled front end and rear end. The interior was slightly restyled, a little bit different design on the shifter, different steering wheel design, same steering wheel you find on the Q60. Then you have like this nice synthetic leather and stitching on the dashboard. Really a great package. This Q50 Sport is kind of like the Goldilocks. It's not as loaded as you can get. It's not the range-topping, fire-breathing Red Sport 400, but with 300 horsepower, this car is no slouch. So I always tell people, if you're thinking about the Red Sport 400, try the regular Sport on for size, because a lot of people find 300 horsepower more than adequate. It's still very fast. It's probably about 5,000 or a little bit more less expensive than a comparable Red Sport 400, and looks and performs very similar, but obviously it's down 100 horsepower. This had an original MSRP of $56,360. It's pretty much almost as loaded as you can get for a Sport. That's why this one caught my eye. One of my jobs here as a used car manager is to purchase vehicles to, keep our used car inventory stocked with vehicles. We don't take enough in on trade, so off-lease Infinitis is a great source for pre-owned Infinitis, and I try to cherry pick the nicest ones I can find. I pull the build sheets, and I saw this loaded one, and I'm like, we have to have this one for our lot. And it's always good to read the fine print, because the base MSRP is $42,650, and you add in all the equipment, it balloons up to $56,360. So obviously always good to look at the fine print. And if you want a build sheet, even if you're not buying a car from us, ask us and we'll be happy to help you out. We can pull these pretty easily since we're a new Infiniti retailer. So this has the essential package, $2,500. Mainly that gives you navigation, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and a 60/40 split folding rear seat and remote start. The ProAssist package was $1,650, giving you blind spot warning with rear cross traffic alert, backup collision intervention, around view monitor, front rear sonar system, predictive forward collision warning, and forward emergency braking. Then we have the performance package. That was $1,500, giving you the dynamic digital suspension. That's the same suspension you get in the Red Sport. Then you get sport brakes with silver painted calipers and steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. Then we have the Sensory package. That was $2,650, and that gives you a Bose Performance Series 16 speaker sound system, power tilt telescoping steering column, dual occupant memory seats for driver's seat, steering column, and outside mirrors, an advanced climate control system that cleans and filters the air, enhanced interior ambient lighting, and auto dimming outside mirrors. Then we have the ProActive package. That was $2,700. That's the big boy package right there, giving you a lot of the tech and safety features like intelligent cruise control, direct adaptive steering, which I'll talk a little bit more shortly, lane departure prevention with active lane control, distance control assist, adaptive front lighting system with auto leveling headlights, high beam assist, front pre-cross seatbelts, and eco paddle. Then we have illuminated kick plates, $465. Infiniti Radiant grill emblem, so the grill emblem lights up at night, really looks super cool. That was $400. All-weather package, $225, and that's all your big ticket features on this Red Sport. You have a little bit extra bolstering to hold your place with the Sport package during performance driving. Nice aluminum trim. We have a drive mode selector here. That makes changes to transmission shift points, it makes changes to the direct adaptive steering, and it makes changes to the dynamic digital suspension. So you have a lot of settings: personal, Sport Plus, Sport, Standard, Eco, and Snow mode. So we have also two screens here. The Infiniti Q50 is actually one of the first vehicles of its kind to have a dual display system like this. The top screen is for navigation and parking camera. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. You can also access the drive mode selector here. You can kind of drill down a little bit deeper. So this has the direct adaptive steering, and the Q50, when it came out in 2014, is actually the first production car to have direct adaptive steering. So basically, it's steer by wire. So during normal driving conditions, there's no mechanical connection to the front wheels. It's all handled by electric motors and computers. There is a mechanical backup that will kick in, so if there's a catastrophic loss of power, a clutch will kick in and will automatically activate that mechanical steering rack, so you can safely steer the vehicle to the side of the road to a stop if you have the unlikely event of a total system failure. Very rare to happen. Eventually, Infiniti wants to do away with the steering column completely. That's why they're doing this direct adaptive steering. It's a step in that direction. The steering column makes it complicated to produce a vehicle because you have a big metal tube going through the firewall to the front wheels, so you have to make it collapsible for, you know, crash worthiness. You don't want to be impaled by a metal tube, so you have to make it collapsible, and then you have to kind of shuffle around components you know, inside the engine bay to make room for that. So if they can just get rid of that steering column completely, that will be very nice. And then with autonomous driving and all those safety features, the direct adaptive steering system also works a lot better for that. So basically, electric motors and computers handle all the steering, and the whole idea is this actually can react quicker than a regular steering column. You know, electricity travels fast, so you have very precise control over steering. It can filter unwanted feedback, like if you hit a rut in the road or a pothole that would normally jerk the road, that will get filtered out. It also works great with steering systems like the lane keep assist. The lane keep assist will make small steering corrections to help you stay centered in your lane while driving on the highway. I was actually driving a Q50 the other day with this system, and it's not autonomous. You have to pay attention, but for a while, you know, I'm paying attention, but the car is basically steering itself in the lane. You have the adaptive cruise control, so it's going with the flow of traffic. So basically the car is driving itself, but remember, you're paying attention, you're watching everything, because you have to get ready to intervene in case something happens, because the lane keep assist reads markers on the highway, so sometimes if there's no lane markers, it can get confused. So you always have to pay attention, but it really does a great job battling driver fatigue. You also have lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, blind spot warning, blind spot prevention. Really cool stuff. And you can also take control of the steering ratio. You can make it kind of like a slower, lighter steering ratio like a luxury car, or you can make it a fast, sharper, heavier steering ratio like a sports car. So you can program the steering like you can program the feel of a steering like playing Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport on your Xbox or PlayStation. It really gives you a level of control of the steering never had before in other vehicles. The Q50 is built on the advanced front midship platform, so it's built on a sports car platform. It is a sports sedan. It also shares its platform with a Q60. Also, the Nissan 370Z sports car is built on this advanced front midship platform. It's a rear-wheel drive based platform. Obviously this has optional all-wheel drive, but with that rear-wheel drive bias, it gives it a lot much more of a sporty feel. And they place the engine as far back as possible behind the front axle, so the center of gravity is towards the middle of the vehicle. That helps the vehicle rotate on its axis and then improves the handling and feel through the corners. Then we have the intelligent all-wheel drive. It's a racing-inspired all-wheel drive system, originally derived from an early version of the Nissan Skyline GTR. Infiniti has been using this all-wheel drive system for a very long time. We first saw it arrive in Infinitis in the early 2000s. They've made improvements to it. It's called a TASA all-wheel drive, which stands for Advanced Total Traction Engineering System for all terrain. They also upgraded over the years with ETS, which stands for Electronic Torque Split. And it's a racing-inspired all-wheel drive system. The way it works is it's 100% rear-wheel drive during normal driving conditions, but the Q50 has microprocessors. It has a brain that's constantly monitoring driving conditions. So as soon as those rear wheels slip, in a matter of milliseconds, almost instantly, it can send up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the front wheels. It uses a really cool electromagnetic differential, so it sends electrical current to that differential. That activates the all-wheel drive system. electricity travels very fast, so that's why they're able to activate that all dry system so quickly, sending that electrical current pretty much, like I said, in a milliseconds, almost instantly activates that all dry system up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the front wheels. At the heart of the Q50 is the award-winning VR30 engine, twin turbos, makes 300 horsepower, direct injection, really an amazing power plant. If you're in the market for a Q50 Sport or Red Sport, I know this is not, like I said, is not as powerful as the Red Sport, but it might be a great alternative if you're having a hard time finding one or you find the Red Sport's too pricey. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon and have a wonderful day.